Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. We back. Shabbat shalom at that. We're back with another one. But before I get started, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukaha Kwadash, to the elder apostle and the elder bishop, the men on down in Great Millstone, who I learn from daily. I'd like to give double honor and shalom, Shabbat shalom, to the 144,000, the 1/3 of the hopeful elect. We're here with an article that says Kentucky Senate passes bill that grant parents the right to collect child support from unborn child, which is, the wickedness here just get worse and worse every day. You're telling me that a woman can now collect, in Kentucky, a woman can now collect child support for an unborn child? Don't mind if it's his or not, but they can collect child support. Let's see what the article got to say on it. The Kentucky Senate, which is majority the Republicans, voted on Tuesday, March 12th, for the right to collect child support before the child is born. According to AP News, Republican State Senate Whitney Westerfield and Stephen Meredith sponsored Senate Bill 110, which effortlessly passed 36-2 with little discussion and advance to the House. So they're going to get us into our first scripture, Isaiah 10:1. As I said, it was little discussion or advance with the House of Representatives. So I guess they just going to do what the heck they want to do. Isaiah 10:1. Salaki. What the... come on, man. The water. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness which they have prescribed. And that's what this is. Because if nothing in this article say, at least be a blood test to find out who the father is, basically any woman can just go up there and say, such is my baby daddy, and put him on child support, which is all kind of wickedness. And you better believe those Eves in Kentucky are going to flock to this bill. The bill grants a parent the right to seek child support up to a year after the childbirth to cover pregnancy expense. Senate Bill 110 recognized the other parent's obligation to act on their parental responsibility before birth by assisting with costs occurring during the 9 months. The bill only applies up to a year after the child is born. Therefore, it will be ineffective for any time after that. I believe that life begins at conception, which it does. Westerfield explained to his colleagues, but even if you don't, there is no question that there are obligations and costs involved with having a child before that child is born. He continued, so if there is not a child support order until the child's 8, this isn't going to apply. Even after a year and a day, this doesn't apply. It's only for orders that are placed within the year of the child's birth. Let's see. Look, let's go. Let's start at this. Where if the bill is wholly passed, black mothers or soon-to-be mothers in Kentucky, talking about you Eves, can request child support from their offspring father to help cover any parental costs. And we know how these Eves are. I'm still ain't saying nothing about any kind of paternity test or anything like that. So basically, I guess they can go off the word of the mother, which is going to leave us to our second scripture, Sirach 25. This is the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And I promise you, these Eve, if this bill is not covered by a paternity test, they're gonna find the man with the most money and throw his name on there. It's gonna be a sucker. They're gonna fall for it. Gonna go over there. She gonna raise up, give him a little of that stuff, and he gonna fall for it. He gonna be put on child support for a child that's not even his. I mean, they already doing it now, but you give him a bill to where they can just put him on there before the baby even born. Oh man, it's about to get crucial. Cause I remember they had an article about an Eve who took a billionaire sperm out of a condom he had left in the bathroom, got herself pregnant. He got to pay child support for that. Let alone if she'd have done this when this bill came out, if that was in Kentucky. I'm talking about this is all kind of wickedness that Esau doing. He just ain't gonna stop. Every day you look up, he doing something different. Some kind of new wickedness is coming about. It is known that the risk of infant mortality is about 4 times higher in the black families than in white families. Black mothers are also more likely to experience poor maternal mental health, which could lead to more severe issues with pregnancy. They really rubbing it on. Like it says in Sirach 25, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. And you know these Eve gonna love this bill. They probably rubbing their hand together like Birdman right now. Think about what sucker they can put on child support. Because as you see, this bill here is tailored to them. However, studies show that greater father involvement could benefit the baby's health from attending parental courses to paying for parental necessities. Yet, 8% of black fathers were included in parental care service. I wonder why. Hence, it's why black mothers seek child support payments, because they know that burden shouldn't only be on them, which is why SB 110 could be beneficial. Yeah. Why should they find a decent husband or a decent man to procreate with when they can go find Pookie and Ray, then throw that decent man on child support now? Basically what they saying. The same thing they been doing. It's okay, Eve. We got y'all. We'll let y'all get paid from some unwilling sucker who the baby not even for. But America had lots of work to do. This nation has a history of ensuring black families fail. Exactly. So how in the hell you gonna blame the black man for not being there when there's a history of them making sure that the family fail by keeping the so-called black man out of the life of his children with bills like 110 or some kind of government assistance where the man not allowed to be there. According to U.S. Fact, a 2017 study showed that black children were over twice as likely as white children to live with one custodial parent, but they are less likely to have child support agreement. That's because all these governmental programs like food stamp, WIC, and all these other stuff, government assistance, housing assistance that the so-called black women get to not have a man there with their children. Not only that, but they make poor choices in the men they want to lay down with. Why? Because they got government assistance that help them when they make those bad choices. So let them tell them they don't need a man. One of the possible reasons for low numbers of child support orders for black people is the disproportionate high rate of black men in prison. Could they go back to why the black families fail, so-called black families fail? And why is that? Because all the laws that were passed to hurt the so-called black man and keep them in prison. So maybe instead of trying to make a child support bill, maybe you should make a bill to help some of these so-called black men that y'all unjustly and unrighteously done locked up, be able to get out and so they can be able to come home and support their kids. But that's too much like right, and we know Esau is far from right or any kind of righteousness. For custodial black moms who have a child support agreement with the non-custodial father, it is not guaranteed they will receive the mandated child support. According to the Institute of Research on Poverty, the majority of the 115 billion child support appears in the U.S. stem from a majority of low-income black fathers. A reported income of under $20,000, leaving many black mothers to carry their financial burden of nurturing their children during pregnancy to after. Like I said, if these bills, these unrighteous decrees were made to be against the so-called black man or Judah, really against all of Israel, all 12 tribes, guess what? There will be more involvement for the fathers. Child support itself is one of those unrighteous decrees, but like I said, everything is to help the black woman, the queen of heaven worship that they love to do here. So why should some poor man who just wanted to get a little box here and there have to suffer for her bad decision or just riding a cock carousel with any man she want, go get knocked up, then she go put that man on child support for a baby he didn't even have a hand in making? From the looks of it, like I said, from the looks of it, it don't look like it's even saying that they need a paternity test to know who the baby for. So basically, Eve can just run up there and put anybody she want on there, and they gonna go with it, which is sad. But hey, this is Esau. This the serpent. He make sure he gonna help Eve out, like he did back in the garden. He gave Eve a doctrine and she ran with it, just like they're gonna run with this one. And if it's happening, if this going down in Kentucky, I can see this going down everywhere. Now there'll probably be one or two states that won't do it, but from the looks of it, it's gonna be one that a lot of states get into. Just another way, they can lock that so-called black man up for not paying child support for a child most of them not even the father for. But that's all I'm gonna do on this one. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash, to the 144,001 third of the hopeful elect. Shalom to the next video.